Well, this place is absolutely buzzing with anticipation. Each team with their first game of the season here tonight.
The key now is making sure your season starts with a win. That first dub is a catalyst to the start of your season. Helps you find a rhythm very early.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Maxey and Oubre, they have the guard duties. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid, and it's George in at the small forward spot. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
On a dime. Shea got right where he wanted for that shot.
Maxey with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the three-point shot.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge. Horrible mistake right there. You hate to see unforced turnovers like that.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Maxey attacking, and slam dunk by Maxey.
What you love about Max is he plays with so much energy, it's hard to keep up with.
Hard to talk about a guy who can completely take over. Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, I love his energy. I love his focus. I love his love for the game. He is relentless. What's amazing is that there's still so much upside there, Kevin.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now let's go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Mark Dagnall. David?
He thinks Tyrese Maxey is a guy they have to watch. He said he reads the floor well and understands situational basketball. Defensively, it's tough to speed him up or slow him down. He really plays at his own pace. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Embiid. After the made shot from Chet Holmgren. Clock at 6. Up top, Maxey. Defended by Holmgren. It's good.
Got it off just in time. Good awareness from Maxey.
For Oklahoma City, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Pass to Holmgren. Lets it go from deep. And Joel Embiid pulls it down.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
Here's Oubre. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Long 7-1 with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Last game we saw him score 32. That one goes. Count it. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points in the game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Kicks it out to Maxey. From past the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 7.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooting.
And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
Now, here's Maxey. After the miss from Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Missed it, shooting 50% at 3 for 6. Into the lane. And he makes good on the layup.
Gilgeous-Alexander.
76ers trailing. Outside, George. Crafty move, and he sinks the layup.
And the speed of George on the drive, amazing at attacking the rim.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Such a wide open look. Gilgeous-Alexander's got a couple of threes now in the first of the Thunder. Maxey passes to Embiid. Misses the 3. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
To the inside, Hartenstein. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Maxey kicks to George. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Oubre against Dort. Here's Drummond, and the layup's good off the glass.
Hey, that's Drummond. Throwback center who does almost all of his damage inside.
George against Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander, guys, has been on display for Oklahoma City. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Now defended by Oubre. Williams with a clean look. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists tonight. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Joel Embiid talks about leading his team. He said, I've been guarded so many different ways, I feel like I've seen everything, and I know how to attack everything. For me, it's all about how do I bring everyone along with me. You can't win alone. It's just about playing together and involving everybody. Kevin?
And you've got to involve everybody. All right, D.A., thanks. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down hard and nasty.
Oh, now that hurts the defense there. Stylish move by SGA.
The Thunder shooting their first free throw tonight. RJ, one league rule that has gotten a lot of attention. Carrying the basketball.
Oh, these guys carry the ball at a ridiculous rate. Even Allen Iverson used to do it, and then eventually he took it out of his game. But yeah, the referees could clean it up a little bit, I'll be honest.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Now here's Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. Pass to Dort. Oubre with the steal. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Outside, Maxey. Williams with the block. Holmgren in the high post.
And something to like about Holmgren is his ability to run the floor. A 7-footer who can get up the court in a hurry and get to the rim before the D gets set.
At the line for 2, Chet Holmgren.
He hits the second from the line. The 76ers trail by 5. George with the screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Maxey finds George. Four on the shot clock. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Great open look there. Embiid's got 5 now.
That's just not fair. 7-footers like Embiid with that size, they aren't supposed to shoot like that.
Here's Dort. No good on the triple.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
George passes to Maxey. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul.
Oubre against Hartenstein. Here's Drummond. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He has been a key factor for them offensively, scoring with consistency.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Maxey. And George, here we go. And George with the stuff.
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
Here's Drummond, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. He's got 10.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
46 seconds left in the first half. Here's George. No good on the three.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Outside, George. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Shot clock at 6. Maxey into the lane. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Thunder have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 20. Outside, George. From deep. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. 76ers ahead as they end the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And for 2K Sports, we'll be back here at Paycom Center right after this.
Fellas, I was just wondering if you played in the league these days, what do you think would be different compared to when... And a look back now at the first half, as the Sixers have a tight game on their hands.
Playing well on the road can be very difficult. They're doing a good job.
And that is it for half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. They've got Edwards, Abusele out there with Butler, and it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot. Outside Butler, 6 on the shot clock. Out to Edwards. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. Edwards got the lead up to 4 now for Philadelphia.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Here's Joe. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. Joe's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
The kick out to Williams. It's picked off. And stolen by Caruso. For 3. Williams' shot is off. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. It's a 1-point game. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Love that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. 5 to shoot. Caruso, the pass to Williams. Butler against Caruso. Over to the left wing. Pass to Grimes. Outside Edwards. Off target from three-point range. Thunder trailing by 4. There's a screen by Williams. Joe passes to Williams. Back to Joe. He's looking for Williams and finds him. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
And Butler, here we go. And that one, good. Butler's got the lead back up to 4 now for the 76ers. Now, here's Caruso. He's guarded closely. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Never gives up. That's who Caruso is. He will continue to fight inside.
Kyle Lowry. He's checked in for Philadelphia.
2 shots.
And so Caruso nails both of them. Philadelphia has gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Outside Lowry. Going inside for 3. Edwards. Good on the triple. Edwards got a pair of threes now here in the third for the 76ers.
Oh, great feed by Lowry. He'd rather pick up an assist than score a bucket.
On the wing, Wiggins. Still without a basket. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Here's Lowry. Takes it off the glass. And the 76ers lead by 5.
And try and name a 6-footer who likes to operate inside more than Lowry. He is a beast.
Caruso. Here's Joe. No dice from the high post.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Let's pause to take a look at the teams that were tops in field goal percentage last season. In third, the Thunder.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but, man, they were right there.
Williams sends a screen for Caruso. Off target with his 3. The 76ers leading by 7. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, good execution there. Lowry with a pinpoint pass.
Out to the wing. Caruso with the ball. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And Caruso is a tough player. He's someone that's never going to back away from contact.
The Thunder shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And so Caruso nails both of them.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Lowry. Basket good. Lowry's got the lead up to 9 now for the 76ers.
You got to give it up for Lowry's toughness. He's got that scorer's mentality. Some contact won't stop him from converting.
Now Joe. And a slam by Williams.
And although he's undersized in his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
Here's Lowry. No good. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers bringing the quarter to a close with us. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
He does do a great job steering the ship for them out there and keeping the offense clicking.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Gilgeous-Alexander against George. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He started closer. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
The classic combo guard. Gilgeous-Alexander is effective in the two-man game, especially on that first option, taking it himself.
Now here's Embiid. Kicks it out to Maxey. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Under trailing by 7. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Here he goes. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Embiid sets the pick for George. It's good from long range.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on George. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. George dishes to Embiid. There's Embiid with the dunk.
Get out of that man's way. Embiid throwing down that power finish.
Screen by Hartenstein. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Embiid, no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Maxey passes to Oubre. Kicks it out to Maxey. 76ers moving the ball around. Drummond in the post. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. And Embiid gets it to go.
In the mid-range, Embiid is pretty confident. He goes right up and drains that jump shot with ease.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Excellent D there from George.
Questionable shot selection on that three. Not really helping as they try and narrow the deficit.
Oubre passes to George. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. And now a 10-point Philadelphia lead. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Maxey. Buries the long-range jumper. Maxey's got 5 points in the quarter.
The number of threes are increasing for Maxey since he entered the league. He is getting more comfortable out there.
To the middle and stolen by Drummond. George with the ball. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander against Oubre. And Drummond throws it down.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the 76ers.
This is a game where the defense, Steele specifically, generating a lot of opportunities.
And it created possessions for them, scoring opportunities, and that effort, a big part of what will be a nice victory here tonight.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And it looks like they're going to spare themselves the embarrassment of being swept in the season series by winning this last one.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Drummond.
Oh, he was at the center of everything that happened in this game. His energy was felt throughout the building, and his impact, well, it was incredible.
The kick out to Williams. Hits the three-point bomb.
You see the court awareness from Holmgren. Nice job spotting the open man.
Embiid from outside. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. A solid win on the road for them. Thank you for that, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for our reporter, David Aldridge, and our analyst,
Sports. All right, a chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I get the feeling he hasn't been paying as much attention defensively as he should be. His steal numbers have dipped in the past few months. He needs to get back some of that intensity on defense.
So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Royce O'Neal, and it's Richards in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Oklahoma City, some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. It's that time of the year, everyone. Opening night for these two teams in this new NBA season.
And we've been waiting all summer, BA, to kick this thing off. So much excitement, so much hope, so much possibility. I'm sure both of these teams are going to come out with a lot of jitters and nervous energy, but we're going to settle in. We're going to see the highest level of play right in front of us. It's time for the NBA to get it started. One of the greatest shooters in the game always talk about being on balance. Booker does a great job there. Keeps his eyes on the prize.
Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
Now here's Booker. We saw him with 19 his last time out. On the wing, Durant. Williams defending. Durant, pass to Booker. Shot clock at 5. The 3 is up. Gets the 3 ball to go. Booker's got 8.
Yeah, there's no stress in Devin Booker's game. Shot clock winding down. He gets it.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Dagnall. He wants to review the game plan.
Let me hear you.
For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Booker for 3. Hartenstein pulls it in.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for Oklahoma City. They've been on a heater of late. 7 wins in a row.
Watching this team operate at this elite level, firing on all cylinders, the way they're going right now, this winning streak could go on for some time.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Thunder with another miss. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Dagnall. We talked about Kevin Durant and what his plan is for trying to contain him, and Coach said, quote, "We don't want him to get into a rhythm. That's when he's most dangerous. I told our guys to get up in his airspace and make him feel the pressure. An aggressive approach, but certainly a wise one when it comes to a player like KD. Guys, back to you."
All right, Allie, thanks once again.
Well, at 6'6", SGA absolutely has the size to get up there and throw it down.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, BA. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Now here's Dort. And there's the drive. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And Dort continuing to expand his game. He can do so much more off the bounce now.
Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Left side Booker. Here's Durant. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. In transition. Here they come. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Drives to the hoop, and he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And it's going to go on Devin Booker.
Boy, the quickness of that first step. Gilgeous-Alexander going from 0 to 100.
And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 6. Goes back up. The 3 ball. Sinks it from distance. Gilgeous-Alexander's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Love the focus here from SGA at the arc. He hates to waste those opportunities.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. Screen by O'Neal. Fires the 3. On target from range.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Last game we saw him with 32 points. Hartenstein with a screen on Booker. Williams from long range. Richards pulls it in. Outside O'Neal. Pass to Booker. Going inside. Some solid defense from Williams.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And so the first. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, guys, what stands out to you from the Suns in this one?
Well, so far, they've got things rolling along nicely at the offensive end.
They couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
On the court right now for the Suns. Booker and Beal in the talented backcourt. Nick Richards out there with Kevin Durant. And it's O'Neal in at the 3. Now here's Booker. In deep. Booker gets it to go.
And Booker just keeps taking him. He's a scoring machine.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go from deep. Not on target. 4 for 9 in this one. Phoenix leading by 3. Pass to Durant. Second quarter of basketball. About a minute played so far. Booker with it. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Now O'Neal puts up a 3. The Thunder pull it in. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds in the game. And Devin Booker is already one of the greatest players in Suns history.
Well, you could argue that Steve Nash still ranks ahead of him. He did win 2 MVPs with the Suns. But when it's all said and done, I think Booker will be regarded as the best.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrating.
Oh, the defense just making it easy for Durant.
Yeah, a lot of years behind Kevin Durant, but that doesn't mean he's still not going to get up.
Gilgeous-Alexander attacking. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Screen by Durant. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Knocked loose. And a fast break now for the Thunder. Look at Gilgeous-Alexander sprinting to the cup.
And so agile there on the break. I mean, you got to appreciate Holmgren hustling to capitalize in these situations.
And Booker with the jam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense. So that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:52 left in the second quarter. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley. with themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Done. He's checked in for the Suns. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 18. He's established himself as an MVP candidate. But what is the ceiling of SGA in your mind, Brent?
Well, if he's there now, is that good enough, BA? I mean, this guy has a chance to win an MVP award in the next 6 or 7 years and is going to be considered that caliber of player for that stretch. That's pretty awesome. He can put up big numbers, which is more impressive.
Oh, Booker with the triple.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out. Give him some space. Let him get to work.
Outside Booker. And a miss there on the triple.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Richards picks him up. Pass to Hartenstein. Shoots over Durant. Hartenstein, no good. For Phoenix, they've gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Dunn left side. 40 seconds left in the second. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Dort for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Now it's a 4-point Thunder lead.
And this is how confident Dort is, knows how effective he is off the catch.
Booker for 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. 22 points for him. With 4 on the clock. SGA doing his thing in close.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball.
Well, somehow they kept possession of the ball after that poor pass. They should be very thankful that wasn't a turnover.
For 3, Booker. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Great shot selection right now, keeping the game simple and getting high percentage looks. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
I like what they're doing. Playing with physicality, they've worked hard to gain the edge in areas like rebounding.
Yeah, that's the difference in the game.
Okay, so now, and that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
We've got Aaron Wiggins. Kendrick Williams is out there with Williams. Then it's Isaiah Joe.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. Second free throw, no good. Williams.
I think he caught the defense napping. Those plays can be soul-crushing.
And the timeout called by Mike Budenholzer. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. All right, some time here to take a look at the 2K leaderboard. Here were the league's top shooting squads from last year. In the 3rd spot, Oklahoma City. The Suns in 5th.
And the way both of these squads shot the ball last season was tremendous. Trusting in one another, following their offensive game plan, and executing with confidence.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Here's Joe, and he jams it home with authority.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Now here's Caruso. On the wing, Caruso. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. Allen outside. Pass to Iguodaro. Lays it up and banks it in. Iguodaro's gotten his second bucket.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Now here's Wiggins. Clock at 6. Inside. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. Isaiah Joe is going to pick up the foul here. That's his first foul of the game. And stolen by Williams.
Well, the instincts on defense on full display there. It was a gamble for sure, but it paid off big time in the form of a steal.
And so it's Allen who brings up the ball for the Suns. Fires the three. Drops in the three. Allen's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They haven't missed a beat coming out of the locker room. A perfect 4 for 4.
This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Here's Iguodaro, out to Beal. To the paint, and he dunks it down.
There are only a few players who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him. I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
Now here's Caruso. No points so far. Williams with the screen. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. Beal from outside. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. And here's Joe. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. To the inside. Here's Williams. Rejected by Bol. Now Beal. And he lays it up and in. Beal's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
What elevation. He's a smaller but still determined big man. And he likes mixing it up with his impressive vert.
For 3, Allen. Williams grabs the board.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
From behind the arc. Caruso misses.
Well, he's just really struggling right now with everything he's throwing up. Nothing really helping out in terms of his confidence. I mean, these ones aren't even close.
And he gets that one. Iguodaro's got 8.
Perfect from the field this quarter. Gotta wonder how long he can sustain it.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Williams with the screen. Joe, the pass to Williams. Iguodaro grabs a miss. Beal surveying the D. For the lead. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 7. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. Phoenix out in front, leading by 1. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Royce O'Neal is out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Richards in at the center position. Clock at 4. From the wing. And it's Phoenix with another.
And just lethal as a scorer from all over the floor. Mid-range is in the range for Devin Booker.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And Mike Budenholzer decides to call a timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Dunn, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer was going over with his team. This might be a close late game, but don't tell coach. They were cool as a cucumber in the huddle, and I think that resonates with their players. We'll see if that approach works. Brian?
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Gilgeous-Alexander has blossomed into this forceful guard. Just look at this performance.
Durant with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Booker. Oh, my! Booker just throwing it down.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Defense has got to be better. Flat-out effort was not there.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
Booker on the take. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Williams from long range. And Booker pulls it down. And Booker has got the ball here for the Suns. Outside Durant. The three. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA on the move. And the shot goes down. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 29.
And you just see that burst. Gilgeous-Alexander, hard to catch him once he gets that first step.
Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Durant driving in. And Durant with the big finish.
Once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Kevin Durant with a rebound. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Outside Booker. Outside Durant. Durant wanting it more.
Happy to put the team on his back, especially in the biggest of moments. Durant nails a huge shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 31.
And SGA is used to burying these kind of big-time shots. Just an outstanding leader for this team.
Pass to Durant. 4-3. Durant with another miss.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Dort up top. Booker defending. And it's Dort off the drive. Got it. And the Thunder lead by 2.
Lugans, Dort, give it to him.
For 3, Booker nails it from beyond the arc. Booker's got 7 points for the quarter.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Outside O'Neal. From down in the low post, it goes.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. 1:06 left in the final quarter. Durant with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Durant against Gilgeous-Alexander. Counted!
Despite a laid-back nature, Durant demands the ball in crunch time. This is why.
Dort, right side. They need this. And it's good. And he's brought them within 2
takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Here's Booker. The kick to Durant. Back to Booker. Up top, Durant. Here's the three. And connects from downtown.
They've been battling all night. Now they're on the brink of putting this game away.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
Cash. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
A shot that Williams continues to work on. We love seeing these type of results.
And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his third foul of the game. And now we've got an intentional foul.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Here's O'Neal, takes a three, and it's Kevin Durant with the three. So Phoenix wins it. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have two choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can...
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside...
Early in the NBA season, and teams focus on situational awareness. Doris, what have you noticed so far this season?
Yeah, Kev, these situations are really all about execution, right? Are players poised in late clock situations? First of all, do they recognize where the shot clock is? Can they adeptly and quickly read defenses? So those are some of the things I'm watching for.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. You've got Nick Richards, Booker out there with Dunn, and it's Durant, and it's O'Neal in at the small forward. And we've got a whistle. The refs are indicating it's a transition take foul. It's going to be a shot and the ball. Phoenix shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And with this core of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. Can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First team foul.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Ball violation. Jump ball call.
Drummond passes to George. Back to Drummond. And Drummond throws it down.
Boy, power play by Andre Drummond. He has made a career out of stress testing the rims.
Booker left side for three. Durant. Phoenix no good that time either.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's George. Embiid inside. Guarded by KD. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by George.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Here's Booker. And he comes up with the deuce. Booker's got 6 points.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Booker against Maxey. The three. And Booker is good for three. 9 points in the game so far. The 76ers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for to start off this game. GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Oubre finds Maxey. To the paint, here's Embiid, and the dunk by Embiid.
What a scary sight. Joel Embiid with all that momentum taking it to the hoop, looking like a freight train.
Now here's Booker. We saw him with 19 points his last outing.
Credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Count that one.
And Embiid being assertive offensively, wasting no time in getting that one.
Durant deciding where to go with it. From outside the arc. Rebound Andre Drummond. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. They get the rebound. The layup off target. Oubre kicks to George. Embiid with the screen on Dunn. Second shot opportunity. And the dunk by Embiid.
And you do not want to be on the receiving end of that. Embiid throwing it down with some funk.
Booker against Oubre. And the dunk by Booker.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Here's Maxey. And no good. Done with some nice D. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to the Pelicans. O'Neal kicks to Dunn. Embiid with the steal. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back.
The speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space.
32 seconds left in the first quarter. Durant dishes to Booker. Durant sets a screen for Booker. Back to Durant. 6 to shoot. It's Drummond with the rebound. Durant against George. Down low. Here's Embiid. It's hauled in by the Suns. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
And the last time they were able to come away with that win because of their depth. Great production from the reserve.
I think sometimes the bench can make.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. He put together quite a quarter, 13 points in all. And he looks to be planning for more. And we'll be back with you shortly. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
And that's what has them ahead in this game. Their floor spacing has been just tremendous.
Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then it's George. And it's Grimes in at the two-guard spot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Booker outside. The Suns need to get a shot off.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And it's Durant with the rebound. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for the Suns. You know, you talk about a foundational piece. To start his career, Devin Booker toiled through, what, Doris, a half a decade of losing in Phoenix.
It was all of that, Kevin. But what I admire most is all of that losing, he never stopped working. And the losing never stopped bothering him. He never got comfortable with it. Now, all of a sudden, other players see his talent. They want to join him. And it's a much more competitive basketball team. We've come to expect this from Devin Booker. This guy is a relentless force on the offensive end.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is the human cheat code. Bradley Beal says of his new teammate, he's 7 feet tall, he can shoot the ball, he can do everything. It's a little unfair. I get a bit jealous sometimes. I wish I was 7 feet, but nothing he does really surprises me. When he's in attack mode and locked in, there's nothing he can do. Kevin?
Not a single darn thing. You're so right. David, thanks.
Domination, plain and simple. Embiid isn't holding back and is giving the defense all he's got. I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Embiid sets the pick for George. Back to Embiid. Durant with the steal. Over George. And no good. Trying to use the glass. The 76ers trailing. Here's Maxey. And they double up Maxey. Embiid wide open. Drills it from outside. Embiid's got 15 points.
Come on. Joel Embiid. I mean, 7-footers are not supposed to shoot like that.
On the drive, Booker collects the two-pointer near the hoop. Booker's got 20 points. Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important.
KD a screen. Booker outside. The powerful flush by Durant.
Yeah, Kevin Durant making hay on the interior. Look out around the rim.
Maxey against Dunn. Stolen by O'Neal. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way. On the wing, Booker, defended by George. Now here's Booker. 20 points for him. Offensive rebound, Richards. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And they double up Maxey. Pass to Drummond. Lays it up off the glass. Drummond's got the game tied up here for the 76ers.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Here's Booker. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
For Phoenix, they have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line.
And they shot 81% from the line last night.
Andre Drummond lets the defense know there is nothing to be done with him on that one.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. KD sets the pick for Booker. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
And that's so demoralizing to your opponent. To play great defense and have the possession end that way, that's tough to take.
9 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Embiid. Missed inside. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for Phoenix. He got to double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
Taking a look here now at the 76ers, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
And let's talk now about the first half in our game. Devin Booker been doing his thing.
He's wrecking those boys.
And that is it for halftime.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move. And so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
So with Durant sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. Bradley Beal is out there with Lee. Then it's Bol. Then there's Allen. And it's Iguodala in at the 5 spot. Edwards kicks to Oubre. Edwards a screen on Allen. Oubre outside. Just 4 to shoot. Yes, that goes in.
I'll tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
The Suns leading. And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Edwards dishes to Oubre. Out to Edwards. Phoenix grabs the miss. Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Beal against Butler. Bol setting the pick for Beal. Pass to Bol. Butler against Beal. Inside. And the dunk by Bol.
That's just too easy for Bol. Once he gets the right position, his focus there is on the finish.
Slam dunk by Butler.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Beal, the pass to Bol. That one misses. The 76ers trail by 3. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. That one drops for him.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Here's Beal, and there's the drive. Bol, the pass to Beal. Lets it go with the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Beal's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Philadelphia's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Oubre outside. Here's Edwards. Lays it up and banks it in. Edwards got 4 points this quarter.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here. I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Butler.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
The big challenge in Beal's career, Doris, has been staying consistently healthy, right?
There's no question about it, Kevin, because you never have doubted the talent. I mean, Bradley Beal is a 3-tool player. He came into the league as an elite shooter, but now has become incredibly good with the basketball in his hands. The good news, he's always been resilient and fought hard to come back as quickly as possible.
To the middle, and the dunk by Bol.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, Kevin. And another Kevin, Kevin Durant, is the most decorated member of the Suns star trio. KD says, I believe in this team and we believe in one another. I like our chemistry. Not just the 3 of us, but our whole team. Our coaching staff is doing a great job. I'm not promising anything, but I like our chances against anybody. Kevin, they certainly have the talent.
David, indeed they do. Pass to Bona. Out to Edwards. Oubre against Allen. Oubre outside. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. No good there off the double clutch.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark. Adding to their advantage, trying to find a way to blow this one open.
One of the things they're doing is identifying favorable matchups and then going at them.
Beal against Butler. Here's Oubre. Out to Edwards. There's Lee with the 3, and that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Phoenix heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm. Assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? working together to create a bucket.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey guys, well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He demanded something of his guys. He said, I'm not satisfied yet, are you? You've worked hard, but we need to keep piling it on. Don't give them any hope. Guys?
Thanks so much, David. We've got Tyrese Maxey. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Paul George. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Here's KD. Durant going to work inside.
Well, capitalizing on the interior, Kevin Durant is a handful if he's got position.
Embiid with the screen on dime. Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Now Embiid lets it go from deep. The offensive rebound. Outside for George. It's Paul George with the finish.
Oh, Paul George, let him hear you with that finish. That is nicely done.
And here's Booker. KD sets the pick for Booker. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. O'Neal against George. Pass to Embiid. And now we've got the intentional foul.
Royce O'Neal. That's his 2nd personal foul. 1st team foul.
Embiid, the pass to George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
Phoenix ball.
Suns leading by 7. Booker looking around. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
1st team foul.
Booker the pass to Richards. Back to Booker. KD a screen on George. And Booker kicks to KD.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front. Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
KD a screen. Booker outside. To the paint. And finished off by KD.
Booker keeping that defense off balance with his passing ability right there.
Here's KD. Booker outside. And we're about 3 minutes into the 4th quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Clock at 6. Fires from deep. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got his 6th rebound on the night. And that one's good. Maxey.
So poised in these situations. We've seen Maxey rise to the occasion and knock that one down.
Booker against George. Whoa! Booker playing big inside.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Well, when it's closing time, he's trying to lock the door. He's been going all night.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Pass to O'Neal. Good. Nice assist from Booker.
assisted.
Booker's got assist number 5 here tonight.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Maxey against Dunn. The rebound by KD.
Great contest by the defender. That's it. Dunk, you've got to put down in his
That's his
face.
third personal foul. Second team foul.
And here are the Suns now. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Here's Booker. Booker attacks the rim.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Durant. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Durant's got the lead up to 13 now for the Suns.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
A solid facilitator. I like whenever Maxey looks to get his guys involved.
Booker with it. Now defended by Embiid. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Andre Drummond picks one up.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
And he makes both free throws.
That's what you call slamming the door. This one is over.
Here's George. Kicks it out to Maxey. And so it's Phoenix easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Much appreciated, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke.
everyone, for joining. All right, a chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for Tyrese Maxey.
I get the feeling he hasn't been paying as much attention defensively as he should be. His steal numbers have dipped in the past few months. He needs to get back some of that intensity on defense.
A look at the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. And for Philadelphia, Maxey and Oubre pair up at the 1 and the 2. George out there with Joel Embiid. And it's Drummond in at center. No good with the triple. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Holmgren with a screen on George. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
George scores off the spin.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Hartenstein with a screen on George. From the arc. And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Maxey. First quarter at about a minute and a half in. Pass to George. Shot clock at 6. For 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. They've been on a heater of late. 7 wins in a row.
Just playing really solid basketball right now. They're trusting each other more out there and attacking as a group. They're a fist, not individual fingers, which has made them tough to beat.
Dort's shot is good.
Dort not afraid to shoot. Dort has become more confident in his jumper, and you see why.
Pass to Embiid. Fires top of the key, and there it is for him.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Hartenstein with it. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Gilgeous-Alexander lifting off and hammering it down with all he's got.
Embiid, a screen on Williams. And George with the jam.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
Maxey finds George. In the first. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. The 3! That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
George outside. Drummond, the screen on Williams. And he lobs it up. And Drummond with the jam.
Yeah, that fancy alley-oop right there, that move by Drummond, the result of excellent communication with his teammates.
Gilgeous-Alexander against George. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now.
And something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. Guys, I thought he got into a groove last year at the charity stripe, and I thought he maintained it deep into the season as well.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. George against Williams. And Drummond with the jam.
Boy, George is an outstanding player, actually one of the very best in the league. In these screen and roll sets, he knows exactly what to do.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And George with some nice D. What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Thunder. He put together. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Oklahoma City.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
Yeah, also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Oubre is at the 2 with George playing the 3. Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond, and it's Maxey in at point guard. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Gilgeous-Alexander against George. Oh, nice! Oh, big finish!
And that's creativity. Gilgeous-Alexander continues to amaze.
Outside Maxey. There's the drive. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George. And it's time to give you a look at the top three-point shooting teams from a year ago. Number 1, the Thunder.
And looking at last season, the thing that jumps out at you is their three-point percentage. Best in the league in that category, which is great to see considering how valued the three ball is nowadays in our game.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute to play.
How about that swat by Drummond, using all of his height and bounce to deny the offense there.
And a missed layup. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Dort with it, guarded now by Maxey. Outside, Williams. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. There's the 3. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Started out strong for three-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since.
Here's George. He has 6. That gives him the lead. George has got 4 points now in the quarter. Grant, nothing quite like the first game of a brand new season. So many possibilities.
You know, BA, for the players, you're excited and relieved at the same time. You get to see all the hard work you put in during the offseason payoff.
Count that bucket.
All game long, he's been getting to his spots, and the defense has yet to adjust.
George outside. The 3 is up. Hits the three-pointer. George has got 11 points. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA using that size.
And the D can't allow Gilgeous-Alexander to get this positioning, because once he does, he makes you pay.
Here's Maxey. Banked it in off the glass.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
George scanning the floor. Fires for 3. And the 76ers another 3.
That's his second triple this quarter. I guess he's left that dry spell behind.
A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander. 18 points for him.
And credit his teammates for feeding him all quarter.
Maxey passes to George. The open J off the mark.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Williams from long range. It's hauled in by Oubre.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Hits the trifecta. And the 76ers lead by 6.
And George is very good in how he leaks out in transition, times it perfectly, and really creates high percentage shots for himself as a result.
Hartenstein, no good. Philadelphia's got it going from deep. 3 for 3 so far in the quarter. Oh, it's blocked by Williams. They recover it. George against Gilgeous-Alexander. George passes to Maxey. Now here's George. He's got 17. That doesn't go either for George.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good.
Philadelphia leading by 6. Spins. Pass to Embiid. And it's off from three-point range. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. From downtown. He can't hit that time. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers leading by 6 as we wrap up. Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter.
I got to see more fight on the glass. They're in a slugfest. Winning the battle of the boards can swing this game.
But do they have the personnel?
Now let's take a moment. And that is going to do it.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
And on the floor for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Williams is out there with Williams. Then it's Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Alex Caruso. And it's Joe in at the 1. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Daigneault said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you. It's Wiggins on the wing. Williams on the wing from outside the arc. The rebound by Yabusele.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Thunder trail by 12. And here's Caruso. Still no points. And Williams punches it home.
I would imagine it's nearly impossible to not get fired up after that play.
Grant, check these guys out on the bench. Their reaction says it all. They are fired up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition switch ignited.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Rebound by Philadelphia.
Halftime didn't do them any favors offensively. They've missed 4 of their last 5 shots.
And there's the call on Aaron Wiggins. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Two minutes into the second half of play now. Now Edwards.
Oklahoma City foul.
Over Williams.
Williams. That's his first personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution for your 76ers. Boda.
Outside Butler. Shot from the top of the key. And the shot falls short that time.
You know, the fact is he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
Caruso misses. Philadelphia leading by 10. Here's Embiid. Stolen by Wiggins. Here's Williams. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Williams has gotten his second bucket of the game.
That's a good way to shrink the deficit. Strong defense turns into easy offense.
And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. The 76ers making a switch here. Here's the group of players who had the most steals in the league last season. You look at Gilgeous-Alexander, active hands. He's second in the NBA in steals. And of course, Alex Caruso, he's a menace to any ball handler and loves to jump passing lanes.
These two struck fear into their opponents last year. Able to force so many steals, they're a problem for opposing offenses.
Quentin Grimes. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. Outside Joe.
In the third, 2 minutes.
Over Butler. Joe misses.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Outside Edwards. Wiggins against Butler. The kick out to Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Philadelphia with another miss. Thunder trail by 8. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Philadelphia's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Down low. Yabusele. Solid defense from Williams. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. The free throw drops for Wiggins. And for the Thunder, they're shooting only 38% from the floor. Not great. To the paint. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Outside Joe. On the take. Second chance shot. The kick out to Wiggins. Knocks down the long J.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Edwards. Jacks up a 3. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Joe with the ball. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Williams a screen on Butler. Outside, Williams. No good from outside. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Philadelphia on top. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Maxey and Oubre pair up at the 1 and the 2. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. And it's George in at the small forward. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 20 points.
Oh, that's a big bucket. putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
And you know that's right. I mean, he's looking to put his stamp all over this game.
George for three. Gets the three ball to go. And the 76ers lead by 6.
You know, George is unstoppable when he puts it all together like this.
Hartenstein with a screen on George. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one goes in. He's got 22.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Maxey with it. Now guarded by Holmgren. Here's Embiid. Kicks it to George. Drummond to screen on Williams. And he's going for the oop here. Oh, and a nice defensive play to disrupt the lob. Dort for three. Joel Embiid with the board. Embiid's got 5 rebounds in the game. For three, Maxey. That one's in there. Drummond with the assist.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Williams a screen on George. Gilgeous-Alexander no good.
Oh, love the intensity once they're hitting the boards.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
And it's good for 2. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 in the quarter.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO.
Oh, that was something else, man.
Wow, showing some power.
Wow. The athleticism of Maxey. Impressive.
The shot by Dort, no good.
And that's a strong closeout defensively. Great effort to deter the shot.
Here's Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Inside, here's Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
George with it. Now guarded by Holmgren. And the foul called on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul. Grant, it seems like teams today are much more data-driven than the years past.
Yeah, I agree, B.A.
It's much more sophisticated. And, of course, coaches and executives are still watching the games and forming their gut opinions. But now those impressions can be cross-checked with the numbers.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Embiid with the block. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Holmgren. Williams has got his first 2 points of the night. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the 76ers.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
How great have they been? I mean, shooting the ball from outside the arc, they have absolutely been lights out.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one is off. Excellent D there from Embiid. There's a minute 26 left in the fourth quarter. George outside. Takes it inside. And the jam by George.
George, a devastating finisher with momentum behind him. He doesn't let anything get in his way on the drive. He's right to the rack.
Let's go with a three. Gilgeous-Alexander drills a three.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
And this is a game they can build off of. They kept their focus all game long, and it will get marked as a win for the 76ers.
They looked to run anytime they could.
They set the tone with their pace. Their transition game was excellent.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
And they might have won just one of the 3 meetings this year, but if you're going to win one, make it the last one against OKC.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Paul George.
I have to say, he was totally unleashed tonight, flying up and down the court, helping out however he could. He made a big impact on both ends.
I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one.
Maxey passes to Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
George for three. Another three for Philadelphia. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Even early on in this game, they appeared. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg.
The new season is tipped off, Richard. How important is it to get things off to a good start?
I'd say it's fairly important, but this is a long season, Kevin. It's about sustaining a high level of play consistently.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Here's Booker. Takes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Money in the bank. Gilgeous-Alexander is more than happy to try his luck from that spot.
Here's Booker. Basket counts. Booker's got 6 points.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
And coming in as a floor spacing 2 goal. How impressive is it, RJ, that Devin Booker is holding down the point?
And it's not just the rate of assists. He's limiting his turnovers in great fashion, too, despite his high usage.
A kick out to O'Neal. Back to Booker. KD sets the pick for Booker. Just 3 to shoot, and the dunk by Booker.
Boy, Booker has so many ways to beat you on that offensive end.
And while we've got a moment, I'd send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, Kevin, I did speak with Mike Budenholzer for a few minutes, and he knows his team has its hands full going up against Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Coach said Shai is one of the best in the league when it comes to scoring off the bounce. And when he's not scoring, he's kicking it out to an open teammate. So we have to make sure our rotations are quick. We'll see how the defense responds, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Durant, no good.
You knew eventually they were going to miss one. At least you hope.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. O'Neal with the steal. Booker in the corner. Hands it from downtown. 11 points in the game.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. And it's good, 2 points.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
And so Booker will bring it up for Phoenix. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played.
2 minutes.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. On the wing, Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
The Suns leading. Craig in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Clock at 4. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander. And this game is tied up now.
And great awareness of the situation. Gilgeous-Alexander sensing the chance for the steal and just taking it straight up on the break.
Now here's Durant. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. It's stolen by Dort. On the wing, Williams. There's the triple. It's rebounded by O'Neal.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
Here's Richards. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Smart dish by Durant, giving it away to a guy with a quality look.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Dunn. Count the basket. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
On the wing, Booker. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Outside Durant. Just 5 to shoot. Booker the pass to Durant. Good. A nice assist from Booker.
This demonstrates leadership. Durant knows his teammates look for him to score and score often.
Williams, a screen on dime. On the wing, Williams. Oh, good with the triple. And the rejection by Holmgren. And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Suns. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter. Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
They've got Dunn. Durant is out there with Royce O'Neal. Then it's Nick Richards. And it's Booker in at the point. That's who's out there for Phoenix. And from undrafted to journeyman to starter, Richard, you got to admire stories like Royce O'Neal.
It's motivational, Kevin. Just because you don't get drafted doesn't mean you can't make it to the NBA, which is exactly what O'Neal has done.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Chance now to take a look at some of the steal numbers over the scope of the last few months for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I feel like he hasn't been paying as much attention to the defensive aspect of the game as he needs to. His steals have dropped over the past few months, and he needs to get back some of that fire on D.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Booker against Dort. No good from Booker. Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder winning their last game against the Kings in Sacramento. Out of bounds, Phoenix will take possession.
Now we get a chance to check out Chet Holmgren. Great showing for him last season. He was around 16 points per last year. 8 rebounds and almost 2.5 blocks. And the phrase stats don't lie absolutely applies here. He's been a monster on the court for this team.
Yeah, they rely on his production night in and night out. There are times when he absolutely carries them.
And the dunk by Booker.
He has no deficiencies. He has no flaws in his offensive game. Booker, he's capable of dropping 30 on any given night against any given player.
Holmgren in the high post. Durant's there. Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. And they get it back. It's blocked. And they're able to recover. Holmgren gets the bucket. Suns leading by 6. Here's KD. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. The Thunder have gone 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And he's good on the 3-ball. Richard, you've talked a lot about how underrated longevity has been as a factor in measuring some of the all-time great players.
Well, when you think about Jordan, LeBron, Kareem, the only way to achieve greatness in the statistical category is to have longevity. So obviously, greatness and longevity coincide.
The 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest. To the inside. And now the Suns a fast break. Here's KD. Straight to the bucket. Durant.
Running the floor. Durant pushes himself to get ahead of the defense.
And the shot is good. The Phoenix lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Gilgeous-Alexander. Phoenix has gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. Durant at the elbow.
2 minutes remaining.
Booker looking around.
2 minutes.
Durant with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. From the arc. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
And here's Booker from the arc. Dunn kicks to Durant. 1 on the clock. Durant raising up.
Okay, normally the guy is a sleeper, but those were 2 loud points there by Kevin Durant.
Here's Holmgren. For 3. Kepka goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from George.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Booker, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And the All-Star, Devin Booker, an incredible scoring guard.
Since the moment he got drafted by the Phoenix Suns, he has been a beacon of consistency. Every single year he gets better. Every single year he adds something to his game. That's why Devin Booker is one of the best guards in this league.
Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
And Booker loves these situations because he understands how to finish through physical defense.
Free throw good, Booker.
Well, here in the second quarter, he's starting to dial up his aggressiveness as far as working himself to the free throw line.
A nice shot by Hartenstein.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
Booker outside. There's 39 seconds left to play here in the half. Booker hammers it down.
And we've kind of come to expect this performance from Booker every night. His scoring is just that consistent.
Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. It's deflected.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break of mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Out to KD. Fires the 3. Oh, KD buries the 3.
No hesitation from the swingman. Durant has such confidence shooting off the catch. Tremendous.
And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
Let's just say that was an ill-advised pass there. Very close to a turnover.
Here's Hartenstein. Off the inbound. No good. He gets it up. And so it's Phoenix sitting with a comfortable lead up by 14. And their ability to get points in the paint has made... Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
This thing has been about as one-sided as Shaq against Kenny in a three-point contest.
Or better yet, Shaq versus Kenny in the dunk contest.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first-half performance for the Phoenix Suns. And that concludes...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
So for Oklahoma City right now, Wiggins is out there with Williams. Then it's Williams. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Joe in at the point guard position. Caruso, the pass to Williams. And Bull pulls it down. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see that in their play.
Don't you, David? Every single game, pulling in the right direction. Beal up top, covered by Joe. 5 on the clock. The shot by Beal, no good.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Back to Williams. From deep. Rebound by the Suns.
And they have been cold coming out of the break. Only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
It's Beal on the wing, covered by Wiggins, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistleblower. Well, Richard, during his Washington days, Bradley Beal averaged 30 a game in back-to-back seasons.
Beal is such a strong guard, so not only can he beat you with his shooting stroke, but he can also play some bully ball. A combo guard with a versatile offensive game. Beal is one of those guys that any team would love to have.
Here's Joe. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. Joe's got 4 points in the quarter. And so it's Beal who brings the ball up for Phoenix. It's a 16-point game. It's Allen on the wing. And again, it's the Suns missing. Oklahoma City's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Got that one up quick. Joe's got 7 points. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Beal deciding where to go with it. To the paint. Here's Bull. Nice pass. Right under the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Suns lead by 15. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Joe finds Wiggins. Count it. Wiggins has got his first bucket in this one.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Outside, Beal. Inside, stolen away. And here they come. Here's Joe. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. 9 points in the game so far.
And they need those kind of plays right now. Smart defense that generates some more.
Outside, Beal. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
One of the smoothest players in the game. Bradley Beal, the skill, the way he moves, it's all of it.
And he's good on the second. We've got 1:23 left to play in the third. Here's Joe. Here's Williams. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Those are some hustle points. Really bonus points when you put in a miss.
Outside, Beal. Down low. Here's Bull. Good. It's Beal picking up the assist. Beal's got 3 assists tonight.
And we've seen Beal improve as a playmaker over the years. That's a nice pass.
41 seconds left in the third. Joe passes to Williams, and Williams throws it down.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Aaron Wiggins. Dort, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander subbed in for Isaiah Joe. Here's Beal, pass to Iguodaro. Rebound by Williams. And they're trailing by 9.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, you don't have to be quick. You just have to be deliberate.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Beal against Gilgeous-Alexander.
City foul.
Suns have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
Fourth team foul.
The first free throw is good.
Bradley Beal taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Beal. 7 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Williams with 1 on the clock. And so it's Phoenix ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've... Head coach Mike Budenholzer is mic'd up.
We don't need to be in a hurry to beat them.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Nick Richards out there with Durant. Then it's O'Neal. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's done in at the 2 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
Just enough resistance to force the miss. Barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Dort finds Williams. To the middle. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander against Booker. KD sends the pick for Booker. Outside Durant. Misses the 3. And they'll get another chance. Here's Dunn, and Dunn with the slam.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
On the wing, Booker. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. And now Williams running the floor all by himself.
Such a sharp defensive player. Dort pressures the ball and then forces the turnover.
Booker outside. Six to shoot. Outside for Durant. Good! Durant from way past the arc.
That range, though, for a near 7-footer, KD is so unique.
Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Booker with it. And the rejection by Holmgren.
Do not test Mr. Holmgren, a gifted shot blocker.
Booker with the screen for Durant. And the rejection by Holmgren. Back to Williams. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer. Sinks the triple. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 21.
And where some feel stressed, Gilgeous-Alexander feels strength. Love the confidence from the young fella.
Outside for KD.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Back to Booker. Durant sets a screen for Booker. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. They're trailing by 5. Outside, Dort. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession.
And that 7-foot frame of Holmgren makes him so difficult to guard.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
I like how they've been attacking the lane. It's been beautiful. All game long, they've been successful penetrating and getting offensive production.
And you also have to applaud how they've attacked the interior in this game. A lot of points happening for them in the paint tonight.
KD, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And Booker puts up a deep 3. Offensive rebound.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Yes!
He just loves seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Booker against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside for Durant. Trying to get something going. Good D by Holmgren. And it's Williams with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. On the wing, Williams. Hartenstein with the screen for Williams. To take the lead. Buries the triple.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
And Mike Budenholzer has called a timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
If they've got a surefire, quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
And he commits the intentional foul.
There's really no idea why you foul it in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two. And in getting that three to go, he snaps an 11-point run by the Thunder.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
Thank you, David. And that'll do it, folks. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge.
For the business.
Hola and welcome to Noche. All right, a chance now to take a look at the steals over the last few months for Tyrese Maxey.
I get the feeling he hasn't been paying as much attention defensively as he should be. His steal numbers have dipped in the past few months. He needs to get back some of that intensity on defense.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's George. And it's Grimes in at the 2. And for the Suns, Royce O'Neal is out there with Kevin Durant. Then there's Nick Richards. Then there's Devin Booker. And it's Dunn in at the 2. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Maxey. What's not to love about opening day, Graham? Every team with an equal chance to do something special.
Oh, B.A., that's the way these teams look at it. Regardless how your previous season went, you have a chance to do something special, something great. Time to start fresh and build on that optimism. And that gets us rolling. Whew. What a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Now here's Maxey. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Such an explosive athlete. Maxey saw his chance and took it right to the rim.
Booker surveying the floor. The kick to Durant from deep. Drummond grabs the miss.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
The Embiid can throw it down from anywhere. So much power for the big fella.
Here's Booker. Joel Embiid with the board.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
All right, Doris, what's kind of an unsung stat you appreciate about the Suns lineup?
Wow, they are so gifted offensively. So I'd have to say very good at getting to the free throw line. That's important. Very good at baiting defenders and putting your opponent into the bonus. That's big. Attacking into coverage. They get to spend plenty of time at the free throw line. It's an underrated advantage, B.A.
Durant with the bucket.
This is one of the best to ever do it. Simply stated, Durant is lethal from behind the arc, and the efficiency is incredible.
Now here's Maxey. Hits the jump hook. Maxey's got his second basket of the game.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Booker against George. Left side Booker. And Booker with the jam.
I'll tell you, let that guy get ahead of steam. Booker can finish at the rim with surprising power.
Now Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Play clock. The Sixers need to put one up here. Embiid misses.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
The deep three from Durant. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. The Sixers leading. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Mike Budenholzer and I got a chance to talk for a bit. Facing off with Paul George tonight, I asked them what makes PG such a special player. Coach said, quote, well, he has a huge effect on the game. Paul can shut down your best scorer on one end and then put up 30 or 40 on the other. Tough to beat that. Paul George, he will have a lot to say about this one, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Now here's Booker. We saw him with 19 his last time out. Outside Durant. Pass to Dunn. The Suns need to get off a shot. Booker for three. Offensive rebound.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
Maxey surveys. Fires from deep. He drops it from range. Maxey's got 7.
He deked the defenders there, and they thought Maxey was going to dish to a big, but instead, he kept it and scored.
Here's Durant, and Durant with the big finish.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again. Well, a bit reckless right there. That's his second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Now here's Booker. Deep three-point land. With the clock winding down. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Yeah, you call that hitting the glass with a purpose. You love to watch Kevin Durant use his size and length to create opportunity.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Uses the glass on the layup. Embiid's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Booker with it. A deep three. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers closing out the quarter with it. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's George, and it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Embiid, and an intentional foul right there.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Maxey with it. Richards picks him up to the middle. Here's Drummond. And so it looks like the Sixers will retain possession here.
Sixers ball.
A quick break, and we look at our 2K leaderboard for 3-point shooting last season. 5th best, the Suns.
Just so efficient from downtown last season. The threes are a big part of this team's offensive game plan.
Here's Grimes. It's hauled in by the Suns. Now here's Booker. And about a minute gone in the 2nd quarter. Pass to Richards. Outside Durant. Just 5 to shoot. Booker off the bounce. Puts up a 3. That's good from Durant. On the assist by Booker. Durant's got 13 now.
2 trays now in the second quarter after he hit one in the first.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Brian, a lot of teams are staying clear of that dread.
And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants him to take another look at the monitor.
Tyrese Maxey at the line for 2.
And even with the coach's challenge,
there will be 2 minutes to review the play.
Even after the video review,
there's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
And he drops the first.
You really can't understate the energy Maxey brings to his game. Not just effort level, but his attitude and how that spreads to his guys out there.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Screen by O'Neal. Booker against George. Pass to O'Neal. Outside goal from downtown. Philadelphia grabs the miss. And now the Sixers on the break. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
You know, Maxey's willing to play a secondary role, but he can also take charge when needed.
Booker fires from way outside. Rebound by the 76ers. Drummond's got his 4th rebound in this one. Drafted as a 19-year-old back in 2015 by the Suns. Devin Booker has a special connection with Phoenix Doors.
BA, they absolutely love Devin Booker in the Valley of the Sun. He's been with the Suns his entire career, and basically it's a fan base that has watched this young man grow up. And when you think over the long history of this organization, when you mention the best players in team history, there is no doubt he is part of that conversation.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Pass to Dunn. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
What a good pass. I mean, Booker's so unselfish, showing he's not just a finisher.
Inside, George. And George with the jam.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. To the inside. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
You can always count on D-Book to make the right reads when he's in pick-and-roll action. He's so smart.
Left side, Maxey. Pass to Embiid. And stolen by Bull. Here's the break. Done with it. Picked up by Embiid. Here's Booker.
Oh, this is where Devin Booker is so good with his feel for the game. Gets that defender reacting and gets to the free throw line.
Devin Booker is a 2-guard horse. What's Book do that makes him special at that position?
I mean... so many things in terms of his skill. He's an elite shooter. He has become an excellent decision maker. He can get to the mid-range. He's a 3-level scorer. There's so many things. But my favorite thing is watching this guy in an NBA Finals play with a broken nose, be hit repeatedly, and never flinch. His toughness and competitive edge is always there nightly, and I love that.
George left.
Oh, that's a bad man right there.
Wow.
Oh, Paul George, let him hear you with that finish. That is nicely done.
Booker against George. Outside Booker. A powerful slam from Devin Booker.
You can see when a guy like Devin Booker sees a lane to the rim, he's going to exploit it.
Booker against Butler. Pass to Grimes. And he throws it down with one hand.
Wow, that's a big-time power play by Quentin Grimes. Nice finish.
And Booker gets double-teamed. Here's Dunn. Back to Booker. 16 seconds left in the first half. From deep three-point land. Rebounded by Butler. And now the Sixers on the break. And George with the basket on the assist by Butler. George has got 6.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out brings it.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Philadelphia on top, up 3. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game.
You know, for the Suns, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, everyone. And now back to that first half. How about Tyrese Maxey? He was getting whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted it. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
We've got Damian Lee. Grayson Allen is out there with Bol. Then there's Bradley Beal, and it's Iguodala in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Edwards gets the bucket.
Excellent recognition from Kelly Oubre right there. So solid, sensing when one of his guys is open.
Beal against Butler. Beal surveying the D. For 3, Allen sinks it from distance. Allen's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Oubre passes to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
The assist.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is. Beal against Oubre.
Philadelphia foul. Jared Butler. First personal foul. First team foul.
It's Beal on the wing. He's covered by Oubre. Here's Iguodala. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Oubre against Beal. Bol, a screen on Oubre. Beal outside. Allen outside. Shot clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Bol. And finished off by Bol.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And the call will be against Kelly Oubre. That's his first foul.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Bowl, a screen on Oubre. Now here's Beal. Not a lot of room. Pass to Lee for the tie. Rebounded by Butler. The Sixers lead by 3. Down low. Here's Bona. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Butler's got 3 assists tonight.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
2 minutes remaining in the
Beal against Oubre. Bowl, a screen on Oubre. 3-pointer, Beal. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Wizards. And that kicks off a string of 3 home games for them. Phoenix has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. 1:35 left in the third quarter. Here's Iguodala. Rips him the dunk off the timely pump fake.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. And one of the game's best shooters, Doris, Grayson Allen, can really stretch the floor for you.
BA, his presence on this particular roster is so significant because of what they can do around him. Yes, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter because he can flat beat you from distance, but you also can't foul him. He is consistent at the free throw line, and he's very capable off the bounce. Grayson Allen is a more well-rounded player than he's given credit for.
The kick out to Edwards. Back to Oubre. Rejected by Bowl. Beal outside. Pass to Allen. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Iguodala. Tipped. Edwards with it. Picked up by Allen. The kick out to Edwards. 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Bowl grabs the board. Deflects the pass. Got it off in time. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. It's all tied in Phoenix. And we're coming right back after this break to get... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. And so it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to find out what Nick Nurse was discussing with his players. With the game so close, he wanted his team to stay aggressive, saying, don't be a watcher, be an actor. Go out and make something happen on the court. Don't let it come to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. And the 76ers, looking at who they've got. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard. And here's Booker. Pass to Durant. Clock at 6. What a throwdown from KD.
Kevin Durant has absorbed a big-time scoring role everywhere he's been. This guy is so special offensively.
Screen by Embiid. Maxey passes to Embiid. Maxey finds Embiid. Nice D from Durant.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. Here's Booker. Count the basket and the foul. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Suns.
You have to be a fan of the energy they've played with on the defensive end. Active hands and feet, and it's come up big a few times for them.
And let's give them credit to the shot blocking on display. They set the tone early and have kept the pressure on defensively.
George passes to Embiid. Durant pulls it in. Durant's got 4 rebounds in the game. Phoenix leading by 5. Here we go, the Sixers on the break. George for 3, drills it from deep.
Nice on-time pass to Paul George. He's shot ready. Nicely done.
George has gone 80% from the field. 4 of 5 shooting. George against Booker. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
It is so difficult not to bite on the up fake of Devin Booker. He's that good a shooter, boy. I don't blame you, defense. That's tempting.
Both free throws good from Booker. 76ers trail by 4. Outside Maxey. Drives to the hoop. Embiid inside, defended by Dunn. And so they foul intentionally.
First team foul.
Fourth quarter of play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Pass to Embiid.
I love the energy of Kevin Durant on the defensive end. Long and tall, and does a great job contesting without fouling.
Outside O'Neal. Booker with a screen on Maxey. 6 to shoot. Pass to Richards. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Phoenix leading by 6. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line.
Quentin Grimes. First personal foul. Third team foul.
Booker, no good on the free throw.
Booker, not the guy you want to foul, gentlemen. This guy is one of the best from the stripe there is in the game.
Here's George. And it's Phoenix with a rebound. Booker with it. Picked up by Embiid. Outside Booker. And we've got 1:18 left to play in the fourth quarter. Outside O'Neal. Launches it. Booker can't get it to go. 76ers trail by 8. George for 3. It doesn't go for him. And the Suns with possession. They're on an 11-3 run. Dunn outside. It's stolen by Maxey. Now Embiid. 4-3. The shot won't fall.
He is just not taking smart shots out there. A pattern he has fallen into tonight.
And here's the fast break. Embiid doing it all himself.
These are the moments Embiid loves. Enjoys being the player for this team to take and make clutch shots.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Booker with it. Puts up a deep 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. And here's the fast break. George for 3. Rebounded by Dunn. Booker fires from way outside. Off target with the shot. So it's Phoenix picking up the win. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their character when it